Hey guys, happy Friday, and it's time. I can at least commit to doing one live every week on Friday. So I'm trying to build up the habit of doing more, but I am just so much better at just like writing posts and sharing that. But if there's ever a topic that you would like me to talk about, please let me know. Every Friday, I love to talk about something pertaining to like health and fitness, especially since I'm a holistic health and fitness coach. I love helping women, especially who are overwhelmed and exhausted, get off the weight loss roller coaster and actually start loving their bodies without having to use intense workouts, restrictive diets, or expensive supplements. So today, one of the topics that the lovely ladies in my group, which if you want in, let me know on that. I will invite you to the group. It's an amazing community. But they wanted to talk about ways of boosting your energy so that you can actually have more consistent energy, because I think a lot of us, we have found ways of at least temporarily boosting our energy, but eventually it kind of comes back down and then you feel crappy again. So it would be lovely to be able to just boost your energy and have this like glorious sustained energy level all day, right? So in my group, I went a little bit more in depth than I'm going to today. I'm really trying to keep these videos short since I know you guys are busy, and I know for me at least, like I don't really watch long live videos, so it's kind of ridiculous that I do long live videos. So if you're watching, give me a heart or a like. And I'm just going to really quickly go through the 7 most important habits for getting consistent energy instead of just boosting your energy. Like these are the habits that I work on with my clients. We go a lot more in depth, obviously, than I'm going to say today. But these are the habits that really help people. Hi, Appy. Thank you so much. So these are the habits that have helped me as well as my clients really not even just boost energy, but actually enjoy sustained energy for days and weeks and months, and like actually reclaiming our lives for like permanently. So, all right, let's dive right in. And let me know if any of these speak to you or if you have any resistance to them too. So number 1 is hydrate, because we are like almost 60% water, and our body needs water to do pretty much everything, including making energy. So if you do not have enough water in your body is not able to make as much energy. Plus water and going around mildly dehydrated really creates a lot of nasty symptoms that make you just feel drained and yucky. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And I should know, none of these, I'm giving you 7 habits, none of them are really more important than another. It's really dependent on what's best for you. And again, sticking with the 3E formula, which I love talking about. So if it's not easy, effective, and enjoyable, it's not going to work for you. So pick which one of these sounds the easiest, that you think is going to be most effective, and that you are going to enjoy the most. So let's see. Oh, yay, Appy, you're drinking water at this very moment. Yay. Awesome. All right, I need to go do that. So I'll go do that when I'm done yapping. So number 1 is hydrate. Number 2 is setting a consistent wake and sleep time, and then ideally building up to where you're sleeping at least 7 hours a night. Though I understand if you have, especially if it's a chronic energy issue, a lot of times it's really, really hard to sleep at night. You might have some sleep issues going on too. So if possible, try to get 7 hours or more of sleep. But if nothing else, really set that consistent wake and sleep time so that your body can expect when it needs to be producing the hormones for waking you up and going to sleep. You get this nice rhythm in place, and that really will help with your energy when your body knows what to expect. So that's number 2. Set a consistent wake and sleep time. Number 3, and this one is great if you struggle to sleep for that 7 or more hours at night. If you just don't sleep well, this one is great. It's taking rest periods during the day. One of the things that I highly recommend, especially for my clients who do have adrenal fatigue or are dealing with a lot of either chronic pain, chronic illness, lots of like the chronic stuff going on. One of the things that we really do prioritize for about 2 weeks, give or take, is taking 20 minutes every afternoon to rest. Ideally, you take a nap, especially if you're really dealing with a lot of energy issues or like have other health stuff going on. But even just being able to take that 20 minutes to just disconnect, like darken the room, close your eyes, lay down, just relax, it gives you so much energy back. It really honors that need that you have in the afternoon, that afternoon slump. It really honors that and gives you that time to reset, calm down, and it gives your body that chance to kind of heal and generate some more energy so that you can finish out your day without having to guzzle more coffee or anything. But another way you can do that, and one that I always recommend if you like absolutely can't take 20 minutes, or if you have already kind of gotten as much benefit from those 20 minutes as possible, it's adding in just like maybe 3 to 5 breaks throughout the day that are about 5 minutes a pop, where you just sit and you do the same thing. You could either lay down or sit down, just get comfy and then breathe and really focus on taking nice, slow, deep breaths, maybe 20 breaths at the most. Like, you don't have to make it hard. But it gives your body that chance to kind of separate from the stress, disconnect, and start practicing really calming down, because usually when you don't sleep well at night, it's because you're in the fight or flight mode all the time and you don't really know how to get into that rest and digest place. And so when you do these little practice, they're like mini practice sessions, right? You're actually practicing getting into that rest and digest mode, so then at night you're going to sleep better. So I love that one. That's number 3, taking those rest periods during the day. Number 4, which seems counterintuitive, but it makes a huge difference. It's doing low to moderate intensity exercise. So specifically, this is going to be any movement that feels good for your body and where you can take nice, slow, deep breaths and really let your breathing set your pace. So it's actually a very calming form of movement. It's not exercise kind of in the traditional sense, because it's actually engaging your rest and digest response as opposed to stimulating that stress response. So when you do this, though, it's a form of activity. It requires some small amount of energy, and so it actually tells your body to start making changes at the cellular level so that you can start producing more energy overall. So ideally, you want to do probably 2 to 3 sessions of these for like 5 to 10 minutes of just some kind of low-level energy. If you guys have done my movement habit challenge, I give you like a morning routine, a sitting break routine, an evening routine, and a cardio routine that all fit the bill perfectly on that. So let me know if you need information on that. Number 5 is nourishing your body, kind of like hydrating. Your body needs good fuel, much like a car, to run well. So you can't really generate lots of good supportive energy if you're eating really junky food. It will drain you. So making a goal of just eating more, less processed foods. You don't need to get like super crazy on it or anything, but just try to eat more whole foods. And then building on that is number 6, which is kind of tuning in and identifying which foods drain you. So I'm not big on like eliminating things and restricting things, but I am really big, especially working with my clients, to identify what foods or how their bodies respond to food. So some food, whether you have a real allergy, whether you have an intolerance, or whether this is just your biology, some foods will make you feel better than others. So it doesn't have to be like a diagnosed allergy or intolerance. Those are actually really hard to come by. What works a lot better is simply paying attention to how food makes you feel, whether it supports your energy, whether it supports your mood, whether it bloats you out or makes your body feel good, and then just kind of tuning into that and then choosing to set certain boundaries around foods that make you feel worse than you want to feel. So often those are going to be things like sugar, processed foods with like the artificial colors, the artificial flavoring, preservatives, that sort of thing. Gluten is often one of them, but not always. Sometimes it's actually just whole grains or legumes in general. That's what it is for me. Some people just don't process certain foods that should be healthy. They just don't process them well. And so being able to recognize that and work around it is really important. Dairy is another one. But you don't have to remove any of those too. So just pay attention to how food is making you feel. And then number 7 is reassessing your boundaries and relationship with caffeine and alcohol, because unfortunately those are 2 kind of artificial ways of managing your energy. And when you're highly dependent on caffeine and alcohol, so caffeine is, to stimulate you, and then alcohol is to help calm you down. So those are basically artificially stimulating your fight or flight and your rest and digest response. So when you are really hooked on those or dependent on them, not necessarily addicted, but dependent, right? Like many of us can be. Your body doesn't get the chance to heal. Your body doesn't get the chance to figure out how to generate its own energy without those. So it's good to kind of reassess what your relationship is. I don't recommend going cold turkey. That is something I can work with my clients on, is kind of scaling it back so that they have the relationship with those 2 things that they want to have. What I recommend, just for you to think about today, is caffeine affects your ability to fall asleep for up to 12 hours, sometimes more, depending on your biology and how quickly or slowly you process caffeine. So think about what time you want to go to sleep. Going back to number 2, that consistent wake and sleep time. What time do you want to go to sleep? And then you want to make sure you stop drinking caffeine 12 hours before that. So if you want to go to bed at 10 p.m., you want to stop drinking caffeine by 10 a.m. And see if that helps you sleep better and feel more rested. For alcohol, it does relax you, but it actually prevents you from getting into deep sleep, which is that restorative sleep. And that can happen about 2 hours, within about 2 hours of drinking alcohol. So if you want to go to bed at 10 p.m., you want to stop drinking alcohol by 8 p.m. And then also, if you're drinking alcohol, that does dehydrate you. So you want to make sure to have about 1 glass of water or something per alcoholic drink so you can rehydrate yourself. And you won't have that issue of running to the bathroom all night if you have stopped 2 hours before bedtime. So win-win, right? So let me know real quick. I'll recap. We've got number 1, hydrate. Number 2 is consistent wake and sleep time, ideally working up to 7 or more hours of sleep a night. Number 3 is taking rest periods during the day. 4 is actually incorporating low to moderate intensity movement. 5, nourishing your body with whole, less processed foods. 6, limiting or identifying and limiting the foods that drain you and make you feel bad. And then 7, reestablishing boundaries with caffeine and alcohol. So let me know which of these you might already be doing, and which do you think you need to do better with, and then which might you need help with. So let me know in the comments kind of your thoughts on those, and I'm curious to see. So that's it for today. I'm trying to keep them shorter. I hope I did better. Okay, but let me know what you think about those, and I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday. Bye, guys.